Pat comes from Wales, and she's, I think, only intending to stay for a few weeks. Met Tony, and within a year we were married.
She proposed.
I did, rather. Well, I mean, you would have never got round to it by now.
Absolutely.
So I had to. But yes, and they were 36 glorious years. On the 12th of December we were wed.
I guess that proposal set the tone, really, didn't it, as well, for the rest of the relationship?
What on earth do you mean?
Was that a pun? The tone?
Talking about maybe who wears the trousers in a relationship, so to speak.
Oh, she definitely does. Definitely.
We both wear trousers, but I wear stronger ones.
It's home from home, actually, because I have a wife at home that also does exactly the same. She tells me exactly what to do. You're not going out of that.
I just think there are some men who just need a little bit of organisation, and that's all it's about.
Yes.
And Tony needs organising. Yes.
And you've often, both of you, been at the sharp end of some of the cataclysmic storylines in the Archers.
Yes, we have. Well, you're talking about John,
yes. And the trouble that Helen's had in the past as well.
Absolutely, yes.
So what's that like to play as an actor?
Well, it's traumatic, and it's a great acting challenge, and dramatic stories are great for getting your teeth into. It makes you go home thinking, oh, I'm glad it's not like that. Yes, because, I mean, the death of John was... Well, the death of a child's the worst thing that any parent could possibly imagine.
You should never
you should never outlive your
child,
children, and that was awful. But a great dramatic story, and we still talk about him, and we still talk about the actor who played the part, and I remember him with great affection.
Sam, yes. I must say that as an actor, of course, those episodes, really, those scenes are, I won't say easier, but they are what acting's all about. You know what I mean? When I became an actor, I wanted to play Hamlet, I wanted to play Richard II, Richard III and all of that. The difficulty with playing scenes in The Archers are very bland scenes when it's sort of, can I have some more toast, Pat? This coffee's all right. I'm just going out to do the leeks. Do you know what I mean? You've got to make those interesting, otherwise the listener goes, oh, boring.
Yes, and I have lots of scenes about yoghurt.
But that's the beauty of The Archers partly as well, because it deals with the almost mundanity of ordinary life, but in an interesting way, in a way that a lot of, well, certainly TV soaps don't even bother to try.
You're right.
That's right. Because then it's a sort of cosy thing that, just people... I think having episodes where people aren't doing much except just get about their day-to-day lives, I think from time to time you just need a few, yes, as you say, mundane scenes.
Yeah, I think particularly today, because everything is so dramatic today anyway, isn't it? That I always say that The Archers is a quarter of an hour's sanity in an insane world.
Not always. I think there's some insane things happen in The Archers too.
Oh, do they?
And when you talk about things like yoghurt, do you feel that you need to have a background in yoghurt before you get on with doing that?
Well, we have. I've been to dairies where they make yoghurt. They do take us out to show us what it's really like. But no, the production team do keep very closely up to that. They go out regularly and check that we're getting it right.
I didn't like some of the things I did. About 3 or 4 months ago, they took me out to a real dairy farm, and they put me down in the pit with about 8 cows. And they said, this is how you milk them. You just press that button there, then you put this on their udders, just wipe the udder. Oh, my God, these cows, their heels were kicking right this side of my face. And I was thinking,
I just stood and watched.
Yes, I'm glad I'm a radio actor, I thought. I remember over in Pebble Mill, where we used to record, and they did some episodes of All Creatures Great and Small, and lovely Chris Timothy in the BBC Club one day, he said, you're so lucky being a radio actor. He said, you want to get out there, the real thing, he said, and get your hands up a cow's bottom and start doing all this. I said, no, I'll just say the words, Tim, thank you.